to my channel. I am Stacy, and look who I got today.
Hey y'all.
I got my baby girl Tika. Well, she's the oldest daughter, but you know how that go. But anyway, today we are getting back to our chit chat and wine time. And we got one for you today. We're gonna actually change it up a little bit. It wasn't a scenario per se, but it was more so what's going on today. It was like a real subject. This is not, a scenario. This is actually a real subject that we're gonna talk about. I'm sure you all have heard about Fabulous and what's going on with him and his baby mom, Emily B. And all of that. It has gotten really ugly, very ugly. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna share our opinion on it, so to speak, just to talk about it, and we definitely want y'all guys feedback. So, how you did RJ say? Let's get started.
Oh yeah, y'all, and what we're gonna be munching on, we got some hummus. We got some hummus. Got it from Aldi's, and it has the classic hummus, the roasted red pepper hummus, cilantro and lime hummus, and then the roasted garlic hummus. And what we'll be dipping is some little pretzel sticks.
What kind of sticks?
Pretzel. Yeah, that. And I got white Zinfandel. And I got my Merlot.
Y'all know me. Just plain on Merlot today. They didn't have any white Merlot. So I had to get this.
Alright.
So, as y'all know, it's this big thing going on. And all over the social media sites and actually in the news on talk show radios and different things about this whole Fabulous and
Emily.
Yeah, well, I just was saying him fighting his baby mom. And I'm going to be honest with you. Tika probably is going to really take the lead on this only because she is more of a social media keeping up with the stars type of person, not me.
Having to know about them. The thing is, do you find it wrong?
Of course.
Or because a lot of people are saying, a lot of people find it to be okay.
I think this is where.
And what would you do?
Because just as the story goes, allegedly, you have to say that. Allegedly, he jumped on his baby mom, knocked some teeth out, threatening her dad, and so on and so forth, and just basically spiraling out of control. And things were caught on tape. But allegedly, this is what he's guilty of. But the focus, I don't want to bring focus to that situation. We just brought that up because that's what's going on right now. But the focus is I want to bring attention to the domestic violence part, period. Regardless of who you are. Do I think that certain people get a pass?
Because I feel like
depends upon who you are and who you know. I do. I think certain people get a pass because of who they know, who they are, the ties they have, this, that, and third. But this is my thing that I don't like about this. It's because just because you're not in a domestic violence situation or have been, exactly. The only time that I can even give it I ain't going to say a condone it, but even halfway listen to the story and try to understand a different point of view is when your life is in danger and you are defending yourself. Because, and I'm saying, and I'm not going to say a woman defending herself, because you got women that are violent as well. But I'm just saying because you got male abusers as well as female abusers. But my thing is, It's not, to me, it's never okay to put your hands on somebody. And this is what I said in one of my other videos I did last week, and that is this. If we're together and I piss you off and I make you that angry that you want to put your hands on me, I am so not the woman for you, because as your woman, as your significant other, I'm supposed to bring out the best in you. And if I make you that angry, and I'm not, please understand, I'm saying this in the context of I can't control him. I can't control what the other person does. I have to just worry about me. But if you say, because most abusers will blame it on the victim and say that it was their fault, you made me do it. Well, if that's the case, if I make you that angry that you feel like you need to put your hands on me, I am so not the woman for you. Leave me alone and go find somebody that's going to bring out your better qualities. But this is the thing. And the unfortunate part about it is, I will say I've never been, and I am blessed to be able to say that, I've never been in an abusive relationship. Because I'm telling you, I am so that person. You play joking and pretend like you threatening me through jokes. I was always taught that if somebody say, I kill you,
don't believe him.
You take that to heart. He just joking. He just playing. Or she just joking. She just playing. No, I don't know if you're playing or not, but I'm not finna test the theory. And unfortunately, the only reason light has been shedded on what's going on now with them is because it was caught on camera. Because when you read the different comments that was being made, it's almost like people are blaming her.
Yeah.
And she put up with it for so long. Okay, you don't know what was going on with her, why she put up with it. But the point is, whether she put up with it or not, and however long she did it, it was never right. But everybody have their breaking point. So this is my thing. And I'm willing to bet you that a lot of the comments that was coming from, unfortunately, on this subject about, what she been putting up with, I'm still gonna support her, I bet you they was coming from women. I don't get that.
And that's what I didn't get.
I didn't get
when I was looking at the shade room and I was reading some of the comments, somebody was like, dang, what did she do? And then somebody was like, what did she do? She had to do something to make him that mad. And then
I almost caught myself.
A couple people was like,
I was saying something just then.
A couple people was like, oh well, I'm still a fan and stuff like that. And I was like, and he did a concert afterwards, and people were screaming and rooting for him and stuff.
But
I was just like, it's almost like he gets a pass because he's a celebrity.
There's been other celebrities.
People was making jokes.
That has been accused or did, a slap or whatever, and it was revealed, and they damn near lost everything, and they still trying to recoup from it in a sense.
Yeah.
And that has happened years ago. So my thing is, why is this one so different? And again, allegedly. Yeah. Why is this so different? But my thing is, like I said, taking the limelight off of that and putting it on the subject of domestic violence.
My issue is a lot of people don't find nothing wrong with it. It has become the norm.
Exactly. Why is it okay?
That's what the biggest issue is. It has become the norm that women.
I don't get it. And that's the part that bothers me.
Like it's nothing.
How is it that as a woman, as a human, but yes, I'm going to focus on us women. How, as a woman, how are you okay looking at the next woman being abused or how? And you gonna have the nerve to blame the woman, but let that be your ass.
Or your loved one.
Exactly, or your daughter or somebody very close to you, your best friend getting their ass whooped, excuse my language. Your whole demeanor would change with that. It doesn't matter whether you know that woman or not. It's not right. Even there are men that have been there are some men out there that are being abused. it doesn't matter whether you know that person or not, it's wrong. And my thing is, I grew up with that. I grew up watching aunties and cousins and friends. I'm gonna be and friends being in abusive relationships. Sorry. And I'm like, that's just not gonna be me. Because again, I'm not gonna wait, because see, I have a hard enough time trying to just remember just the real stuff that happened in life, the true story. Hell, I can't try to remember lies and keep them straight, and then when something happened, I'm constantly calling out and trying to figure out what lie am I gonna tell this time and this. I'm not gonna know. Because again, it goes back to subjects that I have touched on many times and talked about. It goes back to self-esteem. And in order for a person to get you to that point, I don't know. So I'm speaking for me. I can't speak for an actual victim of domestic violence. Everybody have a story. Everybody got something they're going through. But one thing I will say about me, even when I'm not feeling all that wonderful about what's going on with me, or one day I might look in the mirror and say, you know, you really need to lose some weight. Okay, I do. But at the end of the day, I still love who I am. My size does not dictate to me my worth. What I have materialistically does not dictate to me my self-worth. Who I am dating does not determine my self-worth. I determine my self-worth, and I feel like I am worth more than any of these other situations. I look at myself as, you might not feel like I'm worth anything, but hell, I feel like I'm priceless. And I'm not, and I don't have to put up with stuff. I'm not gonna put up with stuff. And my heart goes out when I see a woman being abused mentally or physically, and other women sitting there saying, instead of trying to help her as a fellow woman, that you sit there and you will talk about that woman, or you will say, well, it's her fault, or whatever, you know, that's what she... Come on, y'all. We got to do better than that. As women, and like I said, I can't speak for men, but when I sit around and I look at how men are and how women are...
The men was the ones, like, a lot of, if you looked on social media, people who was doing, like, memes and, like, reposts and stuff like that from Twitter and stuff like that, it was the men who was more encouraging, like, there's no reason, you know, there was like somebody said, it doesn't matter how mad she did something. What did somebody said? I need to go look for it. It was like, I was reading that somebody said, what did she do? What, nothing that she could have done would have caused somebody to put full force to knock her teeth out. Like, exactly. It was the men speaking up more so than the women.
That's my point.
The women were saying. Like,
I don't get that about women.
I didn't get it at all. The men was opposite.
This is the thing. Yes, you got some strong women out there, but let's be honest, y'all. Just by nature, by DNA, by genetics, men are stronger than women. In order for a man to assert harm to you, he does not have to use all of his strength. But for a man to knock out teeth, to break bones, to break your nose and your eye hanging out your head because he done knocked your eye out your socket, this is stuff that happens. And my thing is, what about you that make you prey on a weaker species? Women are weak. We're a weaker species when it comes to men. I know some people might have something to say about that, but when it comes to, yes, we can do basically any man thing a man can do. But when you look at the genetics of things, when you look at how, for those that are bodybuilders and this, that, and other, when you look at how our bodies are set up genetically, how our DNA is set up, where a man builds muscle quicker than a woman, a man loses weight quicker than a woman, we can be doing the exact same things as far as exercising, and you would think he did 3 times more than what I did, because our bodies are different.
Ooh, that made me mad.
our bodies are different. So the same slap that I give you, you give it back to me. It ain't gonna be the same because you can damn near take my hand off my shoulder.
It's terrible. Yeah, that's true.
So my thing is, what is it that when you hit a man, when a man hit a woman, what is it that make you feel like, oh, that felt good, and keep doing it? But these are the same men that you couldn't pay them to run up on another man and do that. Almost every guy I know that will fight women, you can give him to fight another man.
That's scary. Or they'd rather use a weapon or something.
Exactly, because they can't use their hands on another man, but they'll use them on another woman. But another man who you know is your match, or whether you can't run up on him the same way, so now you got to go get you some help. I don't get that. And the part that saddens me about this whole thing, Tika, is the fact that when you reading comments and you're hearing feedback, it's the men that are speaking up where it should be the women.
Yeah.
How you gonna say, what did she do? It does not matter what she did.
Hell yeah.
And that is heartbreaking. And I'm like, my thing is, for everybody, there's a lot of people that are in domestic violence relationships.
Yeah.
And my prayer is that they find somebody they feel comfortable enough to talk to, that won't talk about them and gossip, but that will actually help execute a plan to get them out of it.
Because a lot of times they feel like they don't got nowhere to go, or a lot of times it's ego, or I'm looking for some of the feedback I was trying to find.
The thing is, ego and pride go always jump up first. Them the first two things in the room that raise their hand is ego and pride. You have got to get to a point where, me personally, God forbid, if I ever get in something like that, my personality, first of all, it just ain't gonna keep me there. I don't care what kind of money you got. Cause see, I done had plenty of money. I done lived real good. I done struggled like hell. I ain't had nothing. I done been through all phases. Now, have I been rich? No, I ain't went through that phase yet.
Look, even somebody just said right here, it's crazy. It's actually women in these comments who think they're fabulous. Like, it's a lot of comments. If you go on Shade Room and read some of the comments on Shade Room from that post, you will see what we're talking about.
And then, like somebody said, and I bet you that was a man.
Mm-hmm.
That the sad part, the crazy part, is it is women that's defending him.
I don't know whatever happened to
you in something like that.
Women sticking together, or taking up for one
because
another.
somewhere along the way, it has been programmed into women that we are a competition to the next woman.
It's not that deep, though. My thing is, you see somebody,
and we're not in competition with each other. We are supposed to be uplifting each other. I don't care what color, what size, what religion. We're supposed to be uplifting each other. But somewhere along the way, it has been instilled in us that the next woman is my competition. You got women, you got mothers and daughters that's in competition with each other. I'm like, are you serious? I don't know. I ain't trying to go super deep with it. It just
because it's sad.
Frustrates me because
it's sad in the fact that a lot of people feel like it's just normal.
When you look at what's going on, and I'm like, what determines who get drugged through the mud and who loses everything behind foolishness like that?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other ones, but you get a pass. You alright? Really? No, you're not alright. And what about you as the abuser? What are you lacking in your life that make you have to do that? Because there's something going on with you too.
I agree.
Y'all got to try some pretzels and hummus.
It is good. My pretzels are gone. Pretzels.
Y'all say pretzels.
What are they called? Mine are gone. But yeah, it's a very sad thing though. That's that.
I really, even with being on YouTube, I have had different people to reach out to me in private emails talking about domestic violence.
Because it's a real life thing, and
whether they was in it. Several have reached out to me because they were in it, or I had one that was in it. And I'm like, my thing is, I know, I can't speak on why would you stay in it. But I know when you have been beat down so much emotionally and mentally, it's hard to find something good about yourself when you are constantly being told you're stupid, you're ugly, you're dumb, don't nobody want you worthless, you ain't it, and that. But I have to say this all the time, is that I was fortunate because I have always had people around me that constantly gave me accolades, and and because that if you, especially like I say, perfect example, excuse me, for those that know, I had my first child at 14. Well, naturally, people assumed that because I was 14, I was going to drop out of high school and, and I was just going to be a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, and it was grown-ups that said that, of course. It wasn't even people my age, it was grown-ups. And I'm like, okay, well, you don't know me, you're just seeing the fact that I'm a teenager that got pregnant. And
you be the man one judge.
Yeah. But that, instead of making me feel like, oh, they right, my life is, yes, my life did change. But it changed, exactly. It gave me the initiative to move. I'm like, you know what? For everything y'all say I'm not going to do, I'm going to do. I'm not going to be that child that have kids and put them off and don't raise my kids. I'm not going to be that person. Because that's my child, and I'm going to do what I got to do. And I was fortunate enough that at the time, my mom's parents were still alive. And so we worked it out.
Yeah.
Late Sunday evening to Friday at about 4 or 5 o'clock, my son was with my grandparents. I got him on the weekend, during spring break, during summer vacation. My child was with me. But during school days, he was with my grandparents. And that was from the time I had him at 14. I turned 15 3 months later. By 16, I ended up moving. I was staying with my mom. I ended up moving back with my grandparents because my grandparents raised me up until I was 13. And I ended up moving back with them at 16. And so I still had my son every single day. I still did what I had to do. And I still managed to keep straight A's and graduate on time with honors. I still was able to do that. Why? Because in my head, that was my driving force. Because I knew there was so many people just waiting for the day that they saw me out of school more than 3 days and said, oh, she done dropped out. No, I ain't dropping out.
But for people who in those type of situations, sometimes
everybody's mindset
it takes
is
them
different.
a little longer.
Exactly. Everybody's mindset is different, and I get that. I understand that. That's why I said, I always have to say, as for me. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm not an advocate for anything. I'm just giving, what I'm doing is sharing with y'all my life experiences and what came to me and how I dealt with them. Now, some people might have dealt with things differently, and I get it. But at the time, I dealt with things with the knowledge that I had at that age, and I did what I felt was best. So, my thing is this, and we're going to get ready to close this on up. If you're in a domestic situation, try to find somebody It don't even have to be somebody you know, because a lot of times the people that really help you are folks you don't know.
Yeah, cause the ones who you know go
and gossip and talking
over there.
Girl, you know, she over there letting that whoop her, you know. No. Find somebody. It's a lot of help out there. You just got to find it.
Help lines out.
And understand something. For every time that you're getting hit and then they come back and say, I love you, one thing you know is that that's got to be a lie, because how are you hitting me? How are you causing me hurt, physical hurt and damage? But at the same time, you're saying you love me. When you love something, you do everything you go and research ways to make him happy. When you are, just think about when you're dating somebody. You meet somebody that you're really feeling. A woman you meet and you really feeling her. You get creative in things that you can do to bring a smile to that person's face. That's when you feel it, and then when you fool around and fall in love with them, you do all type of stuff. So you can't, if a person is hurting you, they don't love you. It's as simple as that. They don't love you. And I just want, my thing is, if you are in that situation, try to find somebody you can talk to. If you know somebody in that situation, instead of talking about them, find ways to help them. They might can't have access to the computer and research how they can get help. But if you see it going on, you can. And yeah, they might get mad at you in the beginning, but it's all in how you present it to them. Find a way that you can present it. Don't go beating them down and saying, girl, you stupid, or man, you stupid.
Yeah,
don't do that, because that's going to automatically make them put up a wall.
They'll make them shut down, and then it's going to get worse, because then they ain't have no outlet.
So, I want y'all feedback on this. We could keep talking, but we ain't going to be here all night. I really want your feedback on this, because, like I said, I know I can only speak for what I would do and how I handle things, because at the end of the day, I've never been in a domestic violence relationship. So, like I said, have I known people? Yeah. And I was that person that I'm going to be there for you when you're ready to talk. Whatever you need me to do, I'm going to do. But, you can't force nobody. All you can do is talk to them and sincerely let them know I am here for whatever. It don't matter the day, it don't matter the time. You call me in the middle of the night, I'll be there. That's all you can do, is make yourself available. But please, y'all, we get ready to wrap this up. Leave your comments below, because I really want some feedback on this one. And then if we got to do another part to it, we will. Y'all know that I love you guys. We love y'all. I love brown sugar, thanks, sweet things, and our tinks. But please like this video, comment, as well as share it if you want to. And until next time, I love you guys. I love you guys. And we will talk soon. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.